Welcome back. Now let's talk about what's been biting a lot of Lagosians. Biting very hard. And that the Oshodi Apapa Expressway is known for traffic, heavy traffic, particularly the Apapa axis of the highway is not in doubt. It's been years of hectic commuting for those who work and live in that area of Lagos State. Before now, the traffic has been as a result of bad road and a few articulated vehicles parked on the road. But now, motorists have been contending with a long line of trucks. And you see them, you know what? I didn't even see, the one I saw at Amuwodofi end of that road. They were not even on a straight line. It was just, everybody just parked as if it was. And I saw lines, close, spread. I felt like, okay.
Oh, they live there?
So people live.
Oh, they live in their trucks?
Wow. It got so bad this week that people had to almost sleep on the way.
And they had to complain.
They went out for the day's activities, and at the end of the day, it was so. Some people would say they got home around 2 a.m.
Yes, somebody who lived in Festac, a friend of mine, actually posted that he left his office at 5 in VI and didn't get to his house till 2 a.m. in Festac. Okay, the Lagos State government seemed to be ready to enforce its 2012 traffic laws, but we have in the studio 4 gentlemen. It's a serious matter, and we need to settle this once and for all. We hope.
We hope, yes, we hope. Let me start from my right. We have a road safety expert, Mr. Patrick Adenusi. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have the chairman of the Association of Maritime Truck Owners, Remy Ogungbemi. Thank you for being here.
Good day.
On my right, we have Dr. Taiwo Salam, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Transport, Lagos State.
Good morning.
And Mr. Timothy Nkeonye, Manager, Abat Tanker Terminal, Lagos. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me, where do I start from now? Where do I start from? Let me start from the Maritime and Association. How did we get to where we are in Lagos, where you find trucks, tankers, call them whatever name, just park indiscriminately?
Yes, thank you very much. I want to first and foremost appreciate the state government and the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, for being proactive, because emergency meeting was convened that involved every stakeholders. And after the meeting, a task force was inaugurated. We call it an all-encompassing task force because it involved everybody, unlike the former task forces. But however, I must say this, that the problem you are seeing at Apapa did not start today. We saw it coming more than 10 years ago. We've been talking to the people at the ends of affairs. Look, if nothing is done, this and this and this and what is going to happen? Maybe we don't wear PIP. Maybe we don't in a political position in the country. That's why they didn't take us serious. We saw it coming for a very long time. But however, the problem within the port as regards the traffic situation is not caused by the drivers of the truck, neither by the owner of the truck. The problem has to do with the fact that the necessary infrastructure is not in place to accommodate the volume of activities that is happening within the environment. However, every problem in life has a solution. There is no problem that has no solution. But if a problem is not giving the desired approach, we will remain the same. It's unfortunate that most of the solutions that the people in the authority has been providing is to set up a task force. A task force which I see as punitive measures. Most of the task force have been punitive, and not corrective. But thank God with this one that is on ground, I will see it as a little more of punitive, more of corrective than punitive.
Okay, let me quickly take it to the official from the Lagos State government, Dr. Salam. He has said that the problem isn't caused by the truck drivers, neither is it of the owners, but lack of infrastructure. And so, you know, private concerns, people who have their private trucks doing their private business, they stay on public roads, causing, you know, the menace that they have caused so far.
Thank you. First of all, Lagos State government share the pains of the citizens and Lagosians that live along that axis. And looking at the whole thing that we have been trying all our effort, and since I've been thwarted, don't really mean that the Lagos State government cannot bite.
So it's been thwarted. Your efforts been thwarted.
Yes,
okay.
But if you really look at it, Port Authority is federal institution. We have over 65 tank farms along that axis. Then National Shippers Council has also licensed shipping companies that are supposed to have holding base, and they are not having holding base. If you look at the traffic towards port, that's where we are having problem, not traffic outside the port. In other words, a lot of empty containers are going into the port, and the capacity of the port, which is 1.65 million TEU, cannot sustain those traffic that is going into this. Hence, we have been having several stakeholders meetings with them, and then there was one that was formed, and even the people there in the authority, they were not assisting at all. So this time around, the call that we received from people that for the past 2 days they cannot get to their house led to this vision of calling the commissioner of police that this cannot hold anymore.
But those trucks didn't just appear there those 2 days ago.
Belongs to Lagos State government. They are going into the port.
Yes, they are going into the ports, but we are talking about Lagos. They are in Lagos State.
Correct.
Did we have to get to where people almost slept on the roads, or where you can imagine if there's an emergency, someone who needs support at that point, maybe just 5 minutes would differentiate between life and death.
Even the ambulance cannot go.
Did we have to wait until these 2 days ago, as you said, you know, receiving calls and everything before this task force will be put in place?
We don't need to. The government of Lagos is a responsive and responsible government, and all our efforts, as Awali has said, have been thwarted.
What were the efforts that you put in place before now?
We have held several meetings years back with the Port Authority, with Shippers Council, with all, including Amato and Nupenga and everybody. But anytime we want to react, the issue of either the union trying to go on strike is one of it. And if you can see that Nigeria is now getting out of recession, Lagos State is where they are now taking fuel to all part of the country. So should we now say tankers should not move at a specific time? Then they'll say they want to go on strike. They now crumble the economy of the country again. So therefore, this time around, we are saying enough is enough.
So you are ready for them to go on strike
now? We are not
now.
only ready for them. We have now called them. We have let them see the whole thing. The vice president was in Lagos yesterday when we read Riot Act 2 days ago that this was going to happen, and he has given us go ahead that we should go and clean up. As I'm talking to you now, we started the operation 000 hours of this morning, and the whole of my 2 is free. We picked them up from Isolo.